instead of making a change by giving them the skills, the right direction to lift themselves up, I think then they will be able to survive and feel better in the real world outside. That's all. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, Nithyananda, thank you.
Yeah.
We heard you loud and clear. So
okay, all right.
Yes. So
Thank you, Mr. Yes, Balasubramaniam. Thank you for your sharing.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yes. So as what you mentioned, that the youth of Hindu descendants in Malaysia are experiencing all these struggles and difficulties to grow. Like when they grow up, they have very low self-esteem. They don't know how to come out. And then you are trying to help them with different solutions, music, and different types of guidance. Actually, it's very, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, there are two things I just want to reflect on it. One is that the contribution from the SPH, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, by reviving the E-Gurukul, for example, which enlightens the children from a young age by awakening their superconsciousness. And that is actually a fundamental solution for people not to fall into low self-esteem, not to fall into violence or non-activism. So children with the consciousness awakening actually are very mature from their inner space. They will have the more matured understanding of life, and they will naturally become leaders. So this is just some reflection that I suddenly feel that if we actually all the problems in human society that we face, like what you described, not only Hindu background children, even all the youngsters in the society today, in all the countries, actually have more or less the similar type of problems and struggles to find who they are, to choose good or bad, to become a person that they feel is maybe more successful, whether it's in a good way or a bad way. But the solution is already provided by the Sanatana Hindu Dharma in our Hindu traditions. Just by awakening the children's awareness, their consciousness, they will naturally become powerful, non-violent, peaceful, loving people and natural leaders, and far away from violence and drugs. So just by thinking of this, the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the protection of our Dharma is so important, because even today, our own descendants, our own Hindu background families, parents are not really aware of the science of Gurukul. And our children are suffering because of the loss of our heritage. So it's such a shame that it happens to human society, because the science is not protected just because of the Hindu Holocaust. And aside from this, I just want to invite another speaker from Rajya Sabha, Singapore, who is actually very active as a E-Gurukul tutor, Ma Nithya Durgananda. So just share, just invite you to, because of your background in the Gurukul, and also you are active in the education. You are also very active Rajya Sabha member, long-term devotee to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Like what Mr. Balasubramaniam shared just now, the children are having such issues in Malaysia. What about the situation in Singapore, and how you feel that the society can bring maturity and care to the children and support them to become future leaders, and what the protection of Hinduism can do for them also?
Thank you, KAILASA. So, just to address Mr. Bala Subramanian's concern about the youth. So I just going to give a quick introduction on myself. I've been working with children and youth since 2011 in Nithyananda's mission. So I also give regular parenting sessions to shed light how to help parents to deal with a lot of issues related to the children in the modern days, whether it's addiction to gadgets, whether it's suicidal tendency and all that, and also how to inspire them to really focus on something beyond what they are seeing in the external world. See, one of the things that is the children are not taught is that they are not having the right understanding that life is not what they see. If we as parents, as educators, are able to bring this understanding that life is not just what they see externally, more than that, then there's something beyond the external world that they see.
These real-time translation earbuds are
This is
taking the
going to
world by
help
storm.
them
They
get
let you
out of
speak
the
and understand over
problem
140.
they are stuck in.
But
See,
in the way
because
of your
if we teach them there's something beyond the
cognition,
external world, they will not become depressed, they will not become low self-esteem, they will not even become suicidal. Because they're not seeing beyond the external world. This is the main problem that they are stuck in many society where children are only relating to what they are seeing in the outer world. So in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, in Gurukul, we give them, the true identity of who they are. That means the cosmic identity, not just this body mind. Once they are able to experience, the powerfulness of who they are, naturally they will not be sucked into the low ideas they carry about themselves. So this is the beauty of Gurukul and the Vedic educational system, the learning system, whereby we impart this right understanding about who they are, introducing them in the right way. What Swamiji said, giving the right introduction about who they are to them. So that is the main thing in our teaching. And of course, with the guru's initiation, guru's inspiration, and the connection with the enlightened masters and avatar, that helps in also giving them many, many opportunity to experience the higher dimension of life. And that naturally gives them the excitement, the enthusiasm, like what Swamiji also initiate all of them into the third eye awakening and manifesting of Shakti. All that gives them the higher possibility of, just moving away from the lower identity they carry about themselves. So that is very important. That's why in Gurukul, Swamiji say, make the kids manifest power, because when they start manifesting the Shaktis, they are established in the oneness with the source. It means they are in the enlightened space of enlightenment, the enlightened connection. So when they start reverberating in that space, it is very easy for them to feel the powerfulness, experience, the oneness with the source. so they will never fall into the low mood or the low self-esteem or low idea they carry about themselves, which is put inserted into their mind by society unconsciously. So I think, honestly, in Malaysia, we can do a lot more if we are able to start gathering all these children, this youth, and giving them the right understanding rooted on the Sanatana Hindu Dharma, which is based on the Gurukulam system. There are many things that we are doing now on E-Gurukul, not having them be physically in a Gurukul, but we can do it on online, because right now a lot of classes are already done online anyway. So just even like a few hours per day or a few hours per week would do so much for their consciousness, giving them this immunity from this external unconscious influence on their ideas they carry about themselves. So that's what I want to share. Nithyananda.
Yes, thank you, Ma, for sharing your thoughts and the insights of the contribution. In terms of Gurukul and children education by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Aside from this, I know that you have been active in the building of Kailasa for many years, and you yourself is also very active in your personal life as in the field of education. So can you share some lights from your perspective, what you see the Hindu Holocaust and persecution that are happening in the society, even in Southeast Asia to some extent, and what do you think that we should do as practicing Hindus, even though even for people like you who are not even born from a Hindu family, but we choose to live the lifestyle as a practicing Hindu, what we can do to protect the Dharma, and what we should all join together and contribute to the society in the terms of prosperity and religious harmony.
Thank you. Okay, so I will continue basically based on what you just described. See, I was not born as a Hindu, but I represent a growing community of practicing Hindu. Because I discovered Hinduism, I discovered Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and then embrace it consciously, because I've chosen this as my path, my lifestyle, and living the truth of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So today I want to speak as a voice of new living Hindus, people who, like many of us here, who discover, of course, by the grace of the Guru, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivan, who happened in our life, and then we discover this amazing tradition. So just a few things I want to mention about this Hindu Holocaust. See, when many of us, when we came to this tradition, we didn't know much about the history. It's only through the process of imbibing and seeing all the happening, then we start to understand a lot of the history. So many years or hundreds of years of histories, including the persecution and 1,000 years of the evolution of this tradition. See, the recent attack in Kashmir, I'm sure many of us felt very heavy when we witnessed the atrocity, not only just the case in Bolivia, but also the case in Kashmir, all the persecution done on the innocent Hindus. So I think we all have to ask, how can such violence be inflicted on a community, Hindu, who is fundamentally rooted on the foundation of ahimsa, non-violent. So to me as a Hindu, because I was drawn by this spiritual principle of ahimsa, Advaita, non-violence and oneness. And the irony of this is the very strength of Hinduism, you know, our deep commitment to non-violence and this universal oneness, feeling in oneness, is now like seen as a weakness. So, and that we're targeted. So I question myself, it's like, what are we missing here? Because we're doing so much good to society, we're contributing, we're the most, you know, highest contributor in any economy. If you look at anywhere that Hindus settle, we contribute tremendously in the society. So why are we persecuted? Why are we so attacked? So that was something that I you know, think through. So basically, I feel that it is, see, Sanatana Hindu Dharma is not just a religion, as we all know. It is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle of living enlightenment. It's a conscious way of existing. It taught me the principle of nonviolence and oneness, and not just as a theory, but as an experiential truth that brings such deep inner peace and, you know, Paramashanta Swarupa and understanding. So to me, it is experiential, it is real. And also this tradition, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, has also shown me the beauty of this unity in diverse, you know, in diversity, because we have more than 10,000 sampradayas, tradition, lineage. We all coexist peacefully without conflict. In Hinduism, we have so many subsets, whether it's Jainism, Sikhism, we have, you know, Tibetan Buddhism, we have so many other subsets, and we all can coexist happily in our own, you know, own uniqueness, and all in one living tradition. But unfortunately, in some other tradition, they are not able to see us as they feel threatened because maybe they are not really understanding, or they have a certain belief system that not able to bring the level of understanding that or clarity that we have as, you know, we're rooted on Dharma. So I feel strongly that we must become the protectors of Dharmas, even though there's a lot of attack and persecution. See, I feel strongly all Hindus should just wake up, not just spiritually, but socially, politically, actively get involved in protecting the Dharma. And, you know, silence is not going to be the way to protect, because in the face of injustice, in the face of attack, threatening our survival, very survival, which show that there's zero tolerance for coexistence of Advaita. It is criminally negligent on our part, as what Swamiji coined, criminally negligent, not doing our best to protect what we have built. Otherwise, if we don't protect, we're going to lose it in the future generation. So Swamiji has already reminded us, we need to protect, you know, the best things, the best glories of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, whether it's the Gurukulam system, whether it's the temples, whether it's the science of living enlightenment or manifestation, all that has brought so much richness in our life and also consciousness. We should all make sure that these are protected so that the future generation, the youth, can continue to enjoy and live powerfully with this tradition. So we definitely need to educate the world that violence in any form is not acceptable, because it's a fundamental violation of human rights. and every being has a right to exist, to express, to explore their faith freely without having to feel threatened. So, and Sanatana Hindu Dharma teaches us that we can respect all path, all faith to the divine, and that message must come louder so that they don't feel threatened by our very existence. They don't feel that we're here to dominate or anything. See, the core of spirituality is basically to coexist and live enlightenment. So, which is what we're all here to discover. And if that's able to be understood by every human being on planet Earth, I think we can all live happily and bring heaven to planet Earth once more, living this enlightened civilization that we used to enjoy in the past. So that's what I want to share. Nithyananda.
Yes. Thank you, Nithya Durgananda. Thank you for your sharings. And just to recap, we are in the middle of the KAILASA Southeast Asia Forum, in case you missed the beginning. And today we are discussing the forgotten Hindu Holocaust. And we are reaching out as a call for unity and Dharma revival. So for this, we are inviting you as audience to actively comment on the YouTube, and you can also leave your questions to a specific panelist or your reflections of a certain topic. So we will address your questions and we will interact with the audience on YouTube. So the next speaker, I want to introduce the Honorable Mr. Jagannathan. And yes, from Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
welcome to join the panel today. And Mr. Jagannathan is the medical social worker at UN Malaysia. His research area is mental health and behavior, religion and social welfare. Welcome for joining the forum today.
Hi, welcome to everyone. Everyone, can you hear me? Okay, thanks for the opportunity to today to join this Nithyananda group. This is the first time for me as after my area research area. So my area specifically cover of the youth in Malaysia, and but before all my ideas Mr. Balasubramaniam already shared already. So I just cover our something certain points, how to bring our religion ideology to next generation in Malaysia. Because everyone is here, we focus on the youth and society, but we are more worried on the religion identity in Malaysia for next generation. So how they understand for this, especially for spiritual life for the next generation. Because I'm basically ran the home for the children protection home. That way the children from we bring for children from the Joanna school. So then we train to bring to the society. We train the student to bring to the society, but only the way we bring moral education and we bring certain spiritual knowledge, guide him to identify and teach them to bring to the society. But the problem is here in the what we face the problem. I just share what I face. That means when other panelists so can give you, because we don't have the general support from any temples in Malaysia for that. Okay, I don't blame anyone here, but we don't have any guidance from them, proper religious guidance. If you want to bring any idea, the moment is many against pro and contra on that. And we want in this youth is thinks religion is a burden for them. Mostly we bring something, a certain idea, basic idea to the guidance some certain students, especially from the children home to the bring to the society. There's the moment they enter the religion guidance, they will see, oh doctor, this is a very burden for us because so many we to learn. So and pro and contra for them. So that's why another things eternity from our support from our everyone. So lack of knowledge and religions. Certain people, they know very well. As for me, today I'm learned about many things from the panelists. This is new for me, and I really appreciate for the organizer invite me. I learned many things from that. But certain people can't take it, certain religion knowledge. They say new come out, new ideas. So maybe this is my view, and I think all my area just now to Mr. Balasubramaniam already shared it. So that's all. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I have a few questions. So
Yes.
when you're saying that one problem is that they don't have knowledge of religion, why do you think that is important?
Very important, because Hinduism is a piece of religions. So before many gurus coming, like our gurus are coming, before that so many gurus, every guru bring the new idea and to want to share to society. But we are grab certain knowledge only, then we are certain time we don't share that to another group. So like you are today, we are willing to share our idea to another generation, but certain time they are not share. And without the people, certain group, they can get that idea. Some people don't have the idea. So hopefully after this, the religion can guide you to, in Malaysia, everyone get the spiritual guide and a proper guide and to the understand the festival, anything, especially to how to pray first.
Do you work with the only Hindu background children, youngsters, or?
No, I'm in actually I'm a social worker, medical social worker. So in social work, we can't see religion. So for me, my home is I want to run in the UN. We have a human, from every country. We have the people from every country, children from every country we receive. But of course, in Malaysia, we want to bring the religion idea. We need to the concern with the parents. So they are one in the Hindu, we are bring to Hindu knowledge. They are one from the Christian, we are bring to the Christian. We are the Buddhist, we are Buddhist. But three only. We can't go to the Islam, the Malaysia rules. So for Buddhist student, they can join with our Hinduism. So Christians, we can't. So this Buddhism and Hinduism, we are just joined together in our spiritual journey. This one.
Understood. So aside from the what you shared, that you feel that the children should have more understanding about their religion, which is actually what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been doing and contributing to all the Hindu populations to revive the Hinduism. And we can see that whoever is firmly rooted in the religion itself are non-violent, and they are naturally more peaceful, loving, and they have less problems and more prosperity in their life. So I completely agree with your opinion that people should have understanding of life, and they have to have higher values of their life. That is the support from the religion. And aside from this, what do you think other supports you need to make it more successful for whatever you are contributing to the field of children and youngsters?
So first one, hopefully the society understand how to get back, because previously in Malaysia, the society is well understand about religion. Previously, I can talk before the 50 years, because we do the research. Before the research we done, previously they understand many things. Example, I can give the like a certain prayers. But currently, everything change with new ideas, and the ideas from where we don't know. So certain time the YouTube can be the group for them. So this all that be happen now. So that's why I said they have knowledge of the Hinduism from must get from the parents. From parents should become to the children, and then I hope all the Tamil school in Malaysia, they have rights to teach at least one syllabus religion subject. But here we can't now. So hopefully we can bring the idea proposal to the school, bring the religion education, at least one syllabus, basic syllabus, and with the support from the parents.
Nithyananda.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to add here what I see here. The Guru Shishya Parampara is a break here. Like Swamiji used to say, the Guru Shishya Parampara is the one keep the lineage of Hinduism go alive. What is the teaching the Guru have experienced by Sachi Pramana, Atma Pramana. You see, this is a very important that have the lineage. That's why we have Parampara's lineage. Parampara, like Swamiji is already 123 Gurus Mahasanidhanam. I think the breakage of lineage is what I can see. Since there is the breakage of the lineage, where this all the other influence that not correct Hindu teaching is being influenced currently. So I think this is a point that we really need to look into it. Like Somji used to say, we cannot have kaka biryani. It means biryani means
Yeah.
biryani. It should be authentically, and Somji teaches to question them. If anything, where is the source? Which sastra, which pramana are you taking? We should be right enough to ask the question before we educate or take whatever is being published. But sadly, would say that we can't blame anyone. Maybe they doesn't know where to get it. So that is what we are lacking here, I guess, from what doctor said.
Okay, thank you, Ma. So I'll just quickly introduce Ma Paramasukadaini. She's a very active Rajya Sabha member and 15 years devotee of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So what she just addressed, that is the persecution on the gurus, the denial of the importance, the core accent, the essence of gurus' role in Hinduism. So that is also due to the 2000 non-stop persecution on Hindus. So the tradition of Guru Parampara, the understanding of the importance of Guru as a core of Hinduism, who is the only one who can give the initiation and transmit the science of enlightenment, the experience of enlightenment to any individual. So that is not there anymore because of the persecution. So that is a fundamental reason for even modern society, the families are not able to continue the teaching of Hinduism because there's no guidance, there's no understanding of the in-depth teaching and the essence of the Hindu culture.
I also add to what Ma Paramasukadaini just said, just a few things. See, we need to get back to connect the future generation to the wisdom of the scriptures. Swamiji again and again emphasize that we need to get back to the source knowledge of the scriptures, whether it's all the different Puranas, different Vedas, Agamas, all that are important because they are the source of the knowledge of who we are. And so much inspiration can be drawn from just understanding all these scriptures. So that is one. The other thing that we should again and again bring back is like what she said, the Guru Parampara, that means Guru-disciple relationship, the whole lineage, Guru Shishya Parampara, right? So it's like telling the story about the life of enlightened masters. All these different incarnations, they are important as powerful inspiration for the future generation, because when they read stories from Ramana Maharishi, Meenakshi Amman, all the enlightened master, Krishna, all those who have walked on planet Earth and continue to inspire Hindus to live this Dharma, all that should be brought back so that they can again and again feel the strength of this, living powerfully as Hindus. So that needs to be reintroduced back into the system. whether it's in the form of education system, if let's say the government does not allow that to be as a subject, then do it something outside. Like when we have E-Gurukul, we do something outside as part of the enrichment, the spiritual enrichment program, so that they can continue to receive such knowledge without being deprived, because the system doesn't allow it. So we should know what we should give to the next generation so that we can protect them from all this use that is coming to them because of this unconsciousness. So we should awaken their consciousness so that they continue to exist powerfully as Hindus and not fall into conversion or not wanting to be associated as a Hindu. They don't become a proud Hindu. Somji said that we need to bring the utility value of Hinduism, being a Hindu, back to the future generation. Otherwise, they'll all be gone in the next 20, 30 years. So that's what we need to do. This is like the urgency that we need to do. That's all I want to share.
Yes, thank you, Madurga. So just like the speaker's been sharing, I actually have some further reflections. The reason or the solution, the reason for children to suffer today, and the bigger background context behind that. Is it only family who is not holding the tradition? Is it only school that failed the education? Or is there any bigger context behind? So by throwing this question, I would like to invite the next speaker, Ma Suguna Kanambai. She's an active Rajya Sabha member from Malaysia. Can you share some of your experience and your reflections on the topic? Nithyananda Ma. Nithyananda Ma, can you unmute yourself?
Nithyananda, Nithyanandam, Swamiji, and warm greetings to all respected spiritual leaders, keynote speakers, fellow participants and organizers. I would like to acknowledge the importance of coming together today to discuss matters that impact the global Hindu community, with particularly attention to the issues affecting our community here in Malaysia. Here is an updated overview of key social statistics concerning the Malaysian Indian community based on the latest available data from Department of Statistics of Malaysia 2024. High school dropout rate. A study by the Independent Singapore News 2024 indicates that 90% of the students from B40, bottom 40% income group, families drop out by Form 5 SPM level, given that a significant portion of the Indian community falls within this income bracket. It's inferred that dropout rates are notable high among Indian students. Alcoholism, historical data from Medical Journal of Malaysia 2024 indicates that Malaysian Indians have higher rates of alcohol consumption compared to other ethnic groups. Drug addictions. Studies by the National Drug Addiction Dashboard 2024 indicates that drug abuse is prevalent among Indian youths, particularly those involved in gang activities. Gangs reports CILISA's 2024 indicate that approximately 70% of gang members in Malaysia are ethnic Indians, despite Indians comprising about 7.3% of the national population. While exact figures are not debated, it's acknowledged that Indian youths are disproportionately represented in certain criminal activities, often linked to social economic challenges. Suicides, that some Malaysian Journal of Pathology 2023 reports indicates that the Indian community consistently reports higher suicidal rates compared to other ethnic groups in the country. But this is not just about external persecution. We must also look within. Our Hindu youth today are struggling, not just from discrimination, but from disconnection. Without access to authentic Hindu teachings, many are falling into drug abuse, depression, and moral confusion. The sacred link to our culture, Dharma, is being severed, and with it, the very foundation of our community is crumbling. Sanatana Hindu Dharma has never been a passive tradition. It has always risen with strength, not with violence, but with spiritual clarity, with fearless truth, and with compassion. From the teaching of Bhagwan Sri Krishna to the courage of modern day saints, our Dharma is built on the principle that when adharma rises, Dharma must stand, united, unwavering, and undivided. But we are not here to mourn. We are here to act. So what must we do today? Speak the truth boldly. Let us counter misinformation and misrepresentation wherever it appears, with facts, with scriptures, and with dignity. Educate and empower. Let us create platforms to teach authentic Hindu knowledge to our children, not just as ritual, but as a way of life. At Kailasa, there is an ongoing 30 days program called Paramashiva Sena Monthly. I feel that all adults from 18 and above should attend this program. Here we teach a lot. They can learn a lot of things. They can learn the important 4 tattvas in life: integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching. And also they can do incompletion from whatever past life they have gone through. So all these will help them to improve themselves. Okay. Okay, unite across differences. Whatever Shaiva, Vaishnava, Shakta, Smata, we are all one family. Our strength lies in unity. Engage with policymakers, we must ensure that our voices are heard in national dialogues, in legal reforms, and in educational policy. Support and defend each other. Let no Hindu ever stand alone when attacked. Let no temple fall into neglect. Let no youth be left behind. One major reason is a disconnect from the uplifting and empowering values of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. This forum, Uniting Voices of Dharma, is not just a one-day event. It is the beginning of a movement to restore the dignity of Hindu identity, the movement to ensure that our future generations can live with pride in their faith, a movement that does not fight hate with hate, but counters ignorance with wisdom, oppressions with courage, and fear with the strength of spirituality, unity. Let us remember the words of Maha Upanishad, Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. The whole world is one family. Today, we rise not as isolated individuals, but as one united voice of Dharma. Let our voices echo across Southeast Asia and beyond. Sanatana Dharma will not be silenced. Loss of Dharma is equivalent to loss of direction. Hinduism is not a religion. It is a way of life. Rooted in discipline, compassion, and self-awareness. When youth are denied exposure to Dharmic teachings, they lose their moral compass. The breakdown of cultural and family values is a direct consequence of this disconnection. So, a call for action. We must actively create access to Hindu education through temples, online platforms, community centers, NGOs, and mentorship programs. Government must be urged to protect religious freedom and uphold the rights of all communities, including Hindus. Let's unite across the region to build a strong dharmic network that supports our youth, defends our tradition, and stands up against injustice. Sanatana Dharma has survived thousands of years of challenges, not by force, but by truth, inner strength, and resilience. Let us become the voice for the voiceless, the shield for the vulnerable, and the torch bearers of Dharma in this generation. Dharma Rakshati Rakshita. When we protect Dharma, Dharma protects us. May peace, encourage, and divine grace guide us all. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Thank you so much, Suguna. Very
Yes, ma'am.
powerful and very detailed analysis and reflection on the situation that the previous guest shared regarding youth and children. So it's what I understood from your sharing. The problem is there with the youngsters and children. However, it's one aspect out of the bigger context where the persecution influenced or led to the collapse of the Hinduism nowadays. So when Hindus are not practicing Hinduism, when the society is not protecting the Dharma, the many side effects and the consequences happen, including the criminal rates, such high criminal rates in the society like Malaysia, and people getting